You think your home protects you. Four walls, a roof, some memories, maybe a couch that has seen things nobody should discuss. But when the temperature drops to -20 and the power dies, your home stops being a home. It becomes a slow freezer with your name neatly labeled on the shelf. And the worst part, you won't notice the danger until it's already happening. Cold is patient, quiet. It waits for you to underestimate it. It waits for you to say you're fine while your cells are quietly preparing their resignation letters. Right now, you're inside a dead house. No heat, no electricity, no mercy. Outside, the cold is trying to negotiate a merger with your bloodstream. Inside, your body is fighting a war it can't win on optimism alone. Here's the hidden truth. At -20, your indoor temperature drops like loyalty in a disaster movie. Insulation slows the fall, but doesn't stop it. Concrete and drywall don't care about you. The cold seeps in through cracks, floors, outlets, the gaps around your windows, and even through the air you breathe. Your body begins losing heat faster than it can generate it. Your core temp tries to hold the line at 37 degrees Celsius, but the cold keeps stealing tiny pieces of you. Your dexterity goes first, your reasoning goes second. Eventually, the cold tries to repossess your organs like a polite but determined banker. Human biology is inconveniently fragile. Your brain barely tolerates a 1-degree drop in core temperature. 2 degrees lower and your words slur. 3 degrees lower and your muscles stop cooperating. Drop to 32 degrees and you enter the fun zone known as moderate hypothermia, where everything feels like the world's worst spa day. Go lower than that and the body starts shutting down to conserve heat, which is nature's way of saying it's tired of your decisions. But here's the coldest statistic of all. At -20, indoors, without power, your home becomes unlivable in hours. Not days, hours. This is nature's eviction notice. But you are not done. There are ways to outmaneuver the cold. They're simple, they're scientific, they're the reason you're still alive after this video. Prepare to battle winter with whatever you have left. What to do? Collapse your living space into the smallest room you can tolerate. A bedroom, a closet, a pantry. The smaller the volume of air, the less space your body heat has to warm. Stuff blankets, towels, clothes, or even bags into any cracks or gaps around doors and windows. Create an improvised airlock by hanging blankets over entrances. Trap heat like it's your last paycheck. Why it works? You're a furnace, an underpowered, anxiety-driven, calorie-burning furnace. But even a weak furnace can heat a tiny room. Air has low thermal conductivity, so the less of it you must heat, the slower you lose body temperature. Human bodies radiate around 100 watts of heat when resting. It's not enough for a living room, but for a small sealed room, it becomes survival-grade engineering. What happens if you fail? Your home temperature equalizes with the outside faster. Large rooms become cold reservoirs. You lose heat to the air, the walls, and every object colder than you. Hypothermia knocks at the door while you congratulate yourself on being tough. It wins, you lose. Survival Method 3. Build a heat trap inside the room. What to do? Create a micro-shelter inside your sealed room using blankets, furniture, or a mattress leaned against a wall. Crawl into this smaller space like it's your personal thermal bunker. Line the inside with clothing, bedding, or even pieces of cardboard. Your goal is to make a tiny area that your body can warm rapidly and maintain with minimal heat loss. Why it works? Physics loves small spaces. The smaller the trapping area, the faster the ambient temperature climbs. A compact heat trap retains body warmth with minimal energy expenditure. Your breath warms the air, and the blankets reflect that heat back toward you instead of letting it escape to the larger room. What happens if you fail? Your room stays barely warmer than the house, and your body burns calories like a malfunctioning furnace. Fatigue sets in faster. Decision-making fails. Time compresses. The cold gains ground, and your biological systems fall behind. Survival Method 4. Protect your lungs and your water. What to do? Cover your mouth with cloth to warm inhaled air. Keep your water near your body to prevent freezing. Insulate it with clothes or place containers inside your coat. Sip regularly because cold hides thirst and dehydration accelerates heat loss. Why it works. Breathing freezing air forces your body to use energy to warm every inhalation. This drains heat from your core. Covering your mouth uses the microclimate created by your breath to preheat the air. Water near your body stays in liquid form due to conductive warming. Hydration maintains blood volume, essential for heat circulation. What happens if you fail? Your airways cool. Your lungs chill. Blood flow slows. Dehydration thickens your blood like syrup, making circulation sluggish. Your core temperature drops faster. Mood crashes. Judgment weakens. Danger becomes invisible. Survival Method 5. Move just enough to stay alive, not enough to die. What to do? Perform slow, controlled movements inside your heat trap. Flex and relax muscles in small cycles. Rotate your shoulders. Shift your legs. Warm your hands under your armpits. Stay active without sweating. Why it works? Muscle activity generates heat, but sweat destroys insulation. Moisture increases conductive heat loss dramatically, especially in freezing environments. Small movement creates internal warmth while preserving dryness. Your body stays warm without crossing into the deadly sweat zone. What happens if you fail? You sit still for too long. Core temperature falls. You panic and start moving too fast. Sweat forms. Moisture chills you. Evaporative cooling accelerates heat loss. Your clothes turn into refrigerated sponges. Hypothermia speeds up like it has something to prove. Survival Method 6. Use household items as thermal shields. What to do? Drag mattresses against walls to reduce radiant heat loss. Use rugs or towels on the floor to separate yourself from cold surfaces. Place cushions around you. Surround yourself with the soft empire of everything you own that holds air. Why it works? Walls at -20 suck heat like vacuum pumps. Radiant heat flows from warm surfaces to cold ones. Mattresses and thick materials create a buffer layer that slows the transfer. Floors are the worst offenders due to conductive loss. Building barriers traps warmth and reduces the temperature gradient between your body and the room. What happens if you fail? You lose heat into the walls and floors without noticing. The cold steals your energy silently. You feel tired, dizzy, sluggish. You think you're adapting, but your metabolism is collapsing. Hypothermia becomes your new roommate. The science behind the threat. Cold kills because it rearranges your priorities for you. Blood retreats from fingers and toes to protect critical organs. Your muscles stiffen as enzyme efficiency drops. Your brain slows as neurons fire sluggishly. Your heart becomes irritable as its electrical signals lag. Your metabolism burns fuel faster than you can eat. Your energy collapses. Your defenses crumble. Your willpower becomes unreliable. -20 indoors without heat is a full assault on your biology. Your home becomes an enormous heat sink. Every surface colder than you steals thermal energy. You radiate warmth into the air. You exhale it. You lose it through conduction when you sit, stand, lie down, or lean against anything. Cold is not dramatic. Cold is efficient. Cold is patient. And it does not negotiate. Seal the smallest room you can find. Layer your clothing until you feel like a padded relic. Build a compact heat trap with blankets. Warm the air you breathe before it enters your lungs. Keep water liquid and your body hydrated. Move slowly and deliberately to generate heat without sweat. Insulate walls, floors, and cold surfaces with anything you own. Stay awake, stay aware, stay in control. In winter collapse, you don't fight the cold as much as you outsmart it. Because the moment you stop thinking, the cold stops waiting.